Hey guys, this is Dragon Force 101 and welcome to another episode of Dragon Dev Tech. This week is going to be all about Amazon's EC2, which is Elastic Compute Cloud. This is going to be about how to set it up as a seed box. Now a seed box is when you download torrents, you want to distribute your BitTorrent stuff all over the internet, and you want to, rather than just download them for your use, you want to seed them to a ratio. This can be used, this is for stuff like private trackers and people who want you to maintain a seed ratio. This is also used for seeding your own software. I seed all my Dragon Dev software on my seed box. And the advantage of using this is there is no limits. Amazon's EC2 comes with a pay-as-you-go, really, thing. It's about 10, last time I checked it was 10 cents a gigabyte to hold your stuff, 10 cents a gigabyte. And the traffic is, you get 15 gigabytes of free data transfer for, you get 15 gigabytes of free data transfer every single month under Amazon's EC2 free usage tier. Now if you sign up now for Amazon's EC2, you can get about 15 gigabytes a month absolutely free. Now, if you want to get started, let's go. Okay, so to get started with Amazon's EC2, you're going to want to go to aws.amazon.com. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go and sign up. It's really easy. You can just use your old Amazon account. Just sign in, put your password, and just go. Now, I'm already signed up, so I'll just get this, but if you're not, then it'll tell you what to do and how to get signed up. Then what you want to do once you're registered, you want to go to my account/console and click on AWS Management Console. I'm going to go into EC2, which is Elastic Compute Cloud. You're then going to want to go over to Instances and hit Launch it WinFido. Choose your region. Now I'm launching mine in EU West, Ireland, because that's where I am, and that means it'll be closest to me for seeding all my files. Yeah. So go to Launch Instance, Classic Wizard, make sure that's selected, and hit Continue. I personally recommend using an Ubuntu server, a 32-bit Ubuntu server, and not the built-in Amazon Linux AMI. So go to that, 32-bit, select. And the reason there's a star beside it means that it's eligible for the free usage tier, and that means that free usage tier, and that means that you can run it constantly for a year for free using the micro instance, and that is 613 megabytes of RAM, 1 CPU core, and 2 CPU units, which is quite a bit. That's burstable, and it's burstable up to, I think, 4 CPU units, which is quite a lot of workload. Now you're going to want one instance, and you can choose your availability zone. I don't really have a preference, so then select that and hit Continue. Don't have to do anything here. If you're going to shut down behavior, I'd make sure to change that to stop rather than terminate, because terminate, when you do that, it deletes everything. You don't want that. So I hit Continue, and the name, give it a name. I'm going to call mine Dev Seedbox, and set the owner Dev Admin, or whatever you want to put in there. Hit Continue. Create key pair. I'm going to be using my key pair that I have already, and I'm going to continue. And I'm going to be using Tor Cloud. In fact, no. Wait a second. Go back. In the existing key pair, you're going to click on Create a new key pair. Give it a name, like I don't know, seed box. And then you click create and download your key pair. You want to save it somewhere you'll remember it, and then you want to create, and then once it's saved, make sure it's saved somewhere safe. Click on create a new security group on the next screen. I'm going to give it a name, seeding, BitTorrent in the cloud, and you're going to create a custom TCP role, and that is going to be 49152 to 49600. And click add rule. Then you're going to go to SSH and add that rule. HTTP and add that rule. I don't think there's any other ones that you need to add. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. And then just hit continue. And then check everything's right. And then just hit launch. And so your instances are now launching. And there we go, mine says pending. Now this should take a few minutes to initialize. So I'm just going to run you through what I'm going to do after that. We're going to use Utorrent. Now Utorrent recently came out with an alpha for Linux, and that is just Utorrent server. So you're going to go to utorrent.com, and you're going to hit get Utorrent, and then if you're using Windows to set this up, it'll say complete OS win. Just want to change that there to Linux. Hit enter, and then it should pop up with your download screen. Click cancel. So your download should automatically hit give not, click here. You want to right click on that and Inferno. Just leave this up running so you know how to get that link for later. Now back in the management console we should see that mine's back up and running. So what you want to do is you're going to right click and connect. If you're not using Linux, I'd recommend connecting with the Java client. It's built into the browser. Just use this and then put in your key will probably be located in C users, then your name, and then in your downloads seedbox.pen. I'm going to be using my own standalone client. That's just easier for you if you're on Linux or a Mac. Excuse me while I do this. So what you're going to do is you want to connect to it like that, and it'll ask you want to continue connecting. Hit yes if it comes up on the main term client, or just type yes if you're on Mac or Linux. You'll probably get this unprotected private key file. This will tell you that your seedbox permissions are too open and it's not able to connect because it's insecure. What you want to do then is, if you're on Mac or Linux again, type chmod 400 seedbox.pen. If you're on Windows, I don't think you'll come across this problem. I'm not sure. If you do come across this problem, leave it in the description. I've never tried it with Windows, but yeah. Okay, so do that. And then you want to run that command again. It should then very quickly come up with this. Log in as Ubuntu rather than root. Amazon rather stupidly suggests to log in as root rather than Ubuntu because that's what it uses for its default IMIs. So SSH and change that to Ubuntu. Hit enter, and it should come up with your Ubuntu and then your private IP. What you want to do now is, I'll just close that. Just want to run sudo apt-get update and sudo apt-get upgrade. This will update everything on your machine. In case you're wondering, updates don't take up much of your bandwidth. Amazon doesn't charge for requests coming from the EU West or whatever it is on the internal IPs. It doesn't charge for that. That's all free for you to use. So you want to upgrade everything, and usually it's about 50 megabytes of stuff to update, and Amazon has a blazing fast connection, so you don't have to worry about waiting for hours for this to work. This will take a while. There you go. Processing triggers. So yeah, while we're waiting for this, make sure to like my video and subscribe to it. Just get that out of the way. It should come out something like etc. default grub is available. You don't want to keep the local version. You'll get a bunch of error messages. Just leave it. Update the init RAM. I'm putting in some elevator music at this point. Taking a while. let's get back over to the Utorrent thing. You want to right click on the click here, copy link address. So that would be the tar.gz file. You go into here, it should be done. I'm going to type wget dash o ut.tar.gzip. Then you want to paste in your URL and hit enter. Then you want to type tar xvf ut.tar.gz mv utorrent server v3o, sorry, and then type ut at the end of that. You'll have, just in your home folder, you should have ut.tar.gz and ut. Then what you want to do is you want to cd into ut, change directory to ut, chmod a plus x ut server. And that means that you can execute this as a program. Then we type ./ut server, and that will start. Sorry, I've encountered this problem before. Wait a second, there was a guide somewhere about this. Now I'm going to give him. Oh my god, I'm now launching Minecraft. So I'm just going to copy and paste this because there was this brilliant guide I found on how to fix this problem. Here we go. So I'll put a link to this howopensource.com, and this has a link on this libcrypto error, or what we have. Now this is to solve for Fedora. What I recommend doing, because doing this didn't just work for me. So if you do that, sudo apt-get install libssl, just copy and paste that into your command line. And that work. And then you want to copy and paste this bit that says sudo ln-s. Just want to copy that, and then you want to paste it in here as well. And you want to do the same with the second line. Now that removes any chance of it going wrong whatsoever. So try to execute ut server again with the same command, and it should come up with all this file not found stuff. That's fine. What you now want to do is you want to navigate to your public IP. Now for me the public IP is EC2 46 whatever. Now I'm not too worried about sharing that with you guys because I'm going to shut down this instance when I'm done. So what you want to do is you want to copy and paste this into here. Nothing will happen when you go straight to it. You want to make sure that you go to port. Exactly. I've just done something very wrong. Go back into security groups. Go into the group you created for this. This provides the seeding. Inbound. And you want to add port 8080. Don't ask me why. Just put that in. Add the rule. Apply rule changes. Done. Go back to that and put port 8080/GUI and hit enter. Should ask you for a password. Just type in admin with no password, and that's how you get into your seedbox. For me, Utorrent server took ages to load, like that. Usually it takes really fast on my server, on my local server. So what I would do, first of all, very important, settings, authentication, change it from admin to something people won't recognize, like waffles, or whatever you want as your name. And then, because it doesn't really encrypt it that well, so I definitely recommend, yeah, putting in a secure password and stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or whatever, and change that. Just leave mine open for now. You can change all the settings. Keep in mind that this Amazon EC2 does charge you for all the data you use. So I use a transfer cap just on uploads and downloads. 10 gigabytes a month. So that's 90 cents a month for storage, and about $2 or $3 for transfer. Now what I definitely recommend doing is, after you set all this and the bandwidth, don't set an alternate limit, you don't need that. Put your new downloads in. You can usually just keep that in your home folder, so that'd be home, Ubuntu, BitTorrent. So yeah, just go that, and Ubuntu BitTorrent. That will save all your files into there. And I could actually, give me a second, I'm going to be very unorthodox and use this method. What am I on about? Not dadkey.pem. Seedbox.pem. So if you close that window, open your terminal and reconnect, because you won't be able to close that last utorrent command. It'll keep running. So you want to open a new terminal window and reconnect using the same command. Oh, I'm mad now. Seedbox.pem. I feel like I've done something wrong. Bear with me, guys. I'm really messed up at the moment. Yeah, so log back into your instance. And what you want to do then is you want to just type make dir spent like that, and then yeah, so that's what you need, and that will do that. I found that the best way to add torrents to this automatically was to use Dropbox. Now, if you have Dropbox, you'll know what I'm on about. Get to Dropbox, you download Dropbox, and you put it on your machine. Go into your Dropbox and create a folder called torrents. So for me, dropbox.com. Oops, what am I on about? Dropbox.com. Log in to your account. And create a folder called torrents. I've already got a folder called torrents. Now, what you want to do then is you just want to upload your torrent files to that and get that all whatever for what you want to do. And then you want to go back onto your instance and you want to type sudo apt-get install drop. No, don't do that. Go to dropbox.com, and there is a special way of installing Dropbox for Linux. Let me just log out of Dropbox. No. Install Dropbox. And you want 32-bit.deb. Terminal wget. Paste in that link. And you're gonna want to get this URL, this bit here, download.dl, wherever it is, and you want to type move that drop.deb sudo dpackage-i drop.deb and press enter. I hate dependency problems. So sudo apt-get install atk lib atk. Never mind, you get the picture. I will just you try and figure this guys out yourself. Dpackage-i doesn't seem to be working for me. I think, wait a second. Try dpackage-s-i. Oh well, okay. Dropbox, maybe later. We'll maybe cover Dropbox later. I'll do that in a different tutorial because it's not working at the moment. So yeah, put your downloads in BitTorrent, and yeah, that's cool. So you can go to the piratebay.org or something and download. Now, Amazon only wants you to download legal things, so I suggest you do not pirate anything, friends. Get something that's good, like Dan Bull, who encourages you to pirate his music. Sharing is Caring, for example. But that has a couple of good tracks on it. I want to copy that link, paste it in, and okay, Dan Bull, Sharing is Caring, pops up. Downloads really fast. It takes a while to connect, but as soon as it connects, it downloads a couple of megabytes a second, because it spikes up, and yeah, it takes a while to build up the speed. Once it does, it goes to something like 10 megabytes per second. I got seeding a big file. Up speeds can get to stuff like 2 or 3 megabytes per second. Amazon EC2 is very fast. So yeah, this is a great example at the moment because it's not going at good speeds. But you know what I mean. It goes really fast when it wants to. So anyway, that is the very lengthy tutorial on how to use Amazon's EC2. So enjoy. And remember to like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share, Google+, Twitter, whatever the hell guys use now. And yeah, share it with your friends. So thanks guys.